It's over. My hopes for playoffs have come crashing down as I suffered my worst loss in the Wolfey Draft League, putting me at a 2-4 record. Which really sucks, because we're finally about to have our match against Wolfe himself. A match I've wanted for 6 years. Which makes this even more painful because I can't say I'm excited. Because what else is there to fight for? It's all pointless anyways.
See, that's where you're wrong, though.
Don? What are you doing here?
To slap some sense into you, that's what. Now snap out of it, man.
Snap out of what exactly? This was my big shot and I pissed it all away.
Okay, and you're wrong about that.
How? I literally began this season by beating Cybertron and followed it up by beating the WolfeyVGC champion. Who does that? These are literal upsets by every single definition. But with these upsets came expectations. Expectations I couldn't live up to. My season's over now. And I'm just a one-hit wonder for Wolfe to beat. I wish I didn't let everybody down.
See, that's what I'm talking about, dude. You keep being hard on yourself every single time. You're so caught up on what you couldn't do that you assume the worst from it. You, a guy who literally just started playing VGC for the first time. As far as I'm concerned, you didn't let me down. And I know I'm not the only one who feels this way.
Don's right. As someone who's watched all of your matches this season, I can say that I never felt let down by you once. I was honestly impressed you were able to keep up with some of the best players of VGC. You could have went 0-7 and it would have been understandable. Don't be so hard on yourself.
How many times do I need to tell you already? Just because things didn't go your way, it doesn't mean we're all just going to stop believing in you. And you shouldn't either, you muppet.
OZ Gunner, you gotta understand, only one man has ever used Eunie. Only one man has ever said it's Rhine time. Now look me in the eye, Uzi Gunner. Is it Rhine time?
Uzi, who cares about how this season ends? You've already proven yourself in draft, and you even got some awesome wins in a format you don't play. So let me just give you a word of advice. Just play for you, have fun, and give him hell.
I don't know what to say.
You don't gotta say anything. Just know that we're proud of you, man. And you should be proud of you too. Stop doubting yourself so much. And go beat Wolfey.
You know what? I think
Now it's Rhine time.
Okay, folks, we are back right now, ready for our final battle of the WDL against my good friend Wolfe. Honestly, it's been a long time coming. I'm very excited to play him, and at this point in time, winning and all that sort of stuff, that's all secondary to me. Just want to give him a good game and give you all something to hopefully end the season on a positive note. But yeah, it's been a wonderful experience to run through. I'm glad to be here. And without further ado, let's see exactly what he brought, shall we? Right, so by the looks of his team, he pretty much brought a great portion of what I expected him to. Honestly, with all the bugs that I've had so far, it's pretty much all of his Pokemon that I faced so far. I'm glad to see Espatra, Hisui, and Sliggoo, which is really nice to see. But of course, I'd be remiss to not acknowledge the elefante in the room, being of course the fact that his Arcanine is Terra Normal, his Trevenant is Terra Dark, as well as his Hairy Mama. So obviously that does somewhat, put a dent on my agenda with Terra Dark, with Terra Ghost, Dragapulti. But of course, at this point in time, I think I'm fine by just, dedicating to my set leads, first of all, which have to be my Dragapult and my Ginger Shady. It's just that his Terra Darks are just very much throwing me off right now. So honestly, you know what? This might be a very, very terrible audible, but it is one I'm gonna do right now because it feels the right thing to do. I'm gonna do this, yeah. Not sure how this is gonna work, but of course, I'm gonna still do my best. Have fun, you, my guy. Should have been Raquanid. He's gonna lead off with his Mamoswine as well as his Arcanine, as Ocelot and Cardangle are gonna be the ones that I start this game off with. You're not gonna be able to get anything off on me because that is the reality of what I'm doing here, and this is fine, I think, right? I think this is personally fine because I would rather you make the choice to terrasilize your Arcanine or whatever have you than anything else. So you know what? Dragon Darts, Sacred Sword into this.
Oh no.
Oh, your Choice Scarf. Okay. So obviously that's not gonna work out for me, for sure. Unfortunately. As I will be able to obviously take down your Mamoswine, which is great. But of course, that is, I would be remiss to not acknowledge the issue being the fact that I now am a Scarfless, I'm now a bandless Dragapult. And assuming he wants to double up my, okay, so he's gonna go straight for a Flare Blitz. I should be able to eat one, which is sick. Thankfully, he's not gonna be able to get crit off on me or whatever have you. So turn one, not necessarily the worst thing in the world just yet, because I can still get a lot of free hits off on him, which is fine, I suppose. But of course, I need to make sure that this Arcanine of his gets neutralized. Because admittedly, you's kind of a problem, sir. You's kind of a problem. Especially considering how I don't necessarily have the resources to properly... Yeah, this is where I kind of wish I brought Araquanid. Oh, man. Trombork the Royale. Yep. Because now, like, he can just go for a Sucker Punch and go for, you know... Not necessarily give me the best time in the world, you know? Boy. Boy. What you say, boy? Wanna play coy? In a good game, boy? I don't know. Yep, he's gonna have E-Speed to knock me out. Which is fair, right? I mean, I don't see exactly how else I could have avoided that sequence. Other than potentially, especially if he has Sucker Punch, yeah, which he does. So, yeah, great prep on Wolfe's behalf, honestly. Generally great prep on Wolfe's behalf. As right now, in this unfortunate circumstance that we happen to be finding ourselves in here and now, I am gonna need to go out into my Lady Kubu and my Ginger Shady. Yes. That does seem to be what we're having to do right now, yes. Maybe something could have potentially happened if I made the choice to call the audible and bring in my, you know, Araquanid instead. But unfortunately, like, yeah, I just ran out of time and I could not decide, which is completely on me, you know. Like, that's just how it is right now in this household, which is very, 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 very unfortunate. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I'm gonna try to get as much damage off as I can on that Hisuian Arcanine. Oh no, he's gonna swap out. Okay, fair enough. That is a very good play on his behalf, as he's gonna bring in his Hairy Mama, the Hariyama, which is completely valid. Okay, no, he goes for Protect. So this isn't bad, actually. I can't say for certain that this is a bad situation because A, I'm gonna be able to get a crit off on him courtesy of this Fake Out, and this Moonblast is going to reveal that you, sir, are Assault Vest as it gets. Actually, no, there is somewhat of a way for me to potentially get around this, right? I'm gonna taunt that Trevenant first of all, if he lets me. And I'm gonna go for Protect. Because I would rather keep my Sash if, you know, that luxury is given to him. Because it's kind of a no-brainer for him to Fake Out my... oh, no, he's gonna Terra Dark, right? Uh-huh. Great play. Great play, bro. Yeah. You know what? That's the world champ difference, baby. That is the world champ difference. Perhaps I could have... I don't know what else I could have done there, actually. You know, the more I think about it. You're gonna fake me out. Yep. That does seem like a pretty fair thing for you to do. Yeah, especially with you being Terra Dark, I don't think I can touch you anymore. And with you setting up the Trick Room, that does look to be about a wraps for yours truly. Yes, 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 yes. As unfortunate as it is, yes. Maybe if I had just gone for a Moonblast there? I don't know. I mean, or Hariyama would have survived regardless, so I don't think it makes much of a difference in the grand scheme of things, but that is going to be an expertly played checkmate from Mr. Wolfo's behalf. Yes, yes. Moonblast into this. Iron Head into the Hariyama. Like, obviously, I'm able to get some good intel, right? Arcanine, the living legend. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. You're gonna get for Intimidati on me, yeah? You're gonna go for Intimidati on me. He's gonna get for a Protect, yeah? Actually, I don't know. Are you? Oh, yeah, you are Citrus Berry, aren't you? Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's just expertly done on his behalf for sure. Right? That's just expertly done on his behalf for sure. I mean, unless I go for Helping Hand boosted Iron Heads or whatever have you, I can't particularly say I like my chances of potentially coming out on the better end of the exchange with this one, right? So your Protect, your Trick Room, your Sucker Punch. If I were to venture a guess, you don't have Will-O-Wisp, which I kind of hope is the case here. But I kind of don't have a choice. I'm gonna need to Steely Spirit. I'm gonna need to Steely Spirit it up here now. Maybe I guess if both of these helping hands, like if I just gone for a Terra sooner, maybe you could have been in range of an Iron Hand or whatever have you. But I doubt it. I personally doubt it. As here, I am just gonna. He's gonna go for a Poltergeist. Yep. You're gonna be able to connect as you should. As this is going to not gonna be able to knock you out. I'm fairly certain it's not gonna be able to knock you out. Oh wow, that was so close. Oh man. Oh, but I get a flinch though. I get a flinch, which is something, right? Oh man. Actually, yeah. If I just Terrastalize sooner, maybe a conversation could have been had about me potentially coming, coming out on the better end of the exchange with this one. But as it stands, that's not gonna be what happens here, regrettably, which is obviously unfortunate for sure. I'm gonna have to go for a Protect, I guess. Because if I were to venture to guess, I would assume that you'd wanna continue to attack me here, right? It's obviously not gonna work out, as your Arcanine is going to go straight for the flairest of all blitzes, which Lady Kubu is gonna be able to survive, to be fair. So I'm gonna be able to pick this thing off as well. However. Wait, hold on a second. All right, that's nice, Chip. Oh, okay, your weakness policy. Gotcha. I mean, I'm getting great information off on him regardless, right? Hariyama the Gorgeous. Oh my god. This Hariyama is so scrumptious. Yeah. Anyways. So one more turn of Trick Room left, which is one more turn of Trick Room is left, which is obviously unfortunate. However, I don't believe there is much I can do at this point in time. So you know what? You gotta count your losses as it happens, yeah. But this is like really solid prep on Wolfe's behalf for sure. There's not much I can say about it. Now, is there? I guess I can try to go for a double Protect if you allow me, sir. Are you gonna allow me to do that, sir? Oh wow, I'm gonna be able to. Ginger Shady's gonna be able to get the double Protect off, which is pretty funny, I would say. Very funny for sure. Oh, Seismic Toss. Okay. So your Fake Out and your Seismic Toss. The Twisted Dimensions are obviously going to return to normal, which is great, but I don't think it ultimately matters in the grand scheme of things, unless of course, Wolfe ends up, making a misclick or whatever have you. But yeah, I think this was a good set. I can't really, complain too much about it, because maybe I should have banked on. That means you went for a Sucker Punch there, so there wasn't much I could have done there in hindsight. So regardless, this was very much a well-played game indeed. Pick me off right now, sir. Yes. Nice Sucker Punch. Oh my god, you're so genius. As down goes Ginger Shady. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to take that first game home, but I got a lot of information, I got a lot of information, and maybe something can be done. Potentially. Possibly. Hypothetically. Maybe. Nobody knows. Alright. So for this second game, I mean, honestly, the way I see it, things could have potentially gone differently if I had just taken my Spooderman with me, which was originally my intended upon plan. But obviously, I blanked out in terms of time, which was obviously very, very unfortunate for sure. However, if I were to venture a guess, I would assume that Wolfe wants to take a different approach this time in terms of how he chooses to play this game. However, I don't think that's gonna change my... I don't think it's gonna change my lead per se, to be honest. Alright, so this is what we're gonna do, right? I do really like the prospect of leading Gallade though. I don't know why, it just really sticks out to me like a sore thumb. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Maybe, actually, in hindsight, now that I look back at it, maybe I could have led off with a different Pokemon. But let's see what you got, bruh. He's gonna boom me. Actually, is he gonna boom me? I don't think you just boomed me. I do not think you just boomed me. No sirree. And I say that mainly because of the fact that I know that your Hariyama is Assault Vest. It's as AV as it gets. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. This game makes me stressed, man. This game makes me so stressed. All right, it's not gonna even pick you off, even though I got a crit. Are you gonna miss, sir? Oh no, you're not gonna miss. Which is exactly what should happen, honestly. So I mean, is this a bad spot, chat? Is this a bad spot per se? I don't think it is, actually. I don't think it's a bad spot by any means. And I say that mainly because of the fact that, first of all, your tree is about to push up daisies, right? So that is in itself a net positive. I would assume you would like to switch out right now. That is what I'm assuming right now. So to be completely honest, whatever, man. Yep, they're gonna sucker punch me, which is fair, right? Because I'm gonna be able to pick off this thing, which is nice for sure. But of course, I need knowledge on exactly what kind of a set you are. So I will go for the Iron Head first, which is obviously great. It's gonna be Steely Spirit boosted, which is really, really nice. As I'm gonna be able to get a flinch. I'm sorry about that, my guy. I'm really, really sorry about that. As out comes the Primarini. Ooh, okay. Is this a bad spot? I don't think it's a bad spot, actually. Because if Primarini is your set Pokemon, I don't think I got much of a reason to be afraid, right? Because your Primarini is Terra Steel. And if you use Terra Steel, then what exactly is there for me to be afraid of, question mark? I think I'm gonna go for a Protect with my Berserker. And I'm gonna try to pick off that Hairy Mama if possible. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'm gonna Terrasilize into a Steel type, which is fine. And considering the fact that I did not Terrasilize my Dragapulti yet, there is fundamentally no reason for me whatsoever to be afraid, I think. Yeah. At least that's what's circulating through the confines of my mind right now. This Moonlight... Oh my god, bruh. That's crazy business. That is genuinely crazy business. What? Obviously, it's not gonna do anything. And I'm assuming your Primarina is like min speed or whatever have you, right? You're gonna go for a Seismic Toss, which is fair. The most amount of damage I can instill on you is through Iron Head spam. So that, to me, feels like, you know, the most worthwhile investment to engage in here now. So that's what I'll do, actually. Yep. Come on, Lady Kubu. I need you to hit a bit harder. This Hariyama should have died. Regardless, I am going to be able to outspeed you, which is, again, really good information to have. And Steely Spirit is just gonna hit like an absolute truck. As you're gonna go for a Substitute. Oh, okay. Will that matter, though? Because, yes, I am Clear Body Dragapulti. Which is obviously marginally unfortunate, yes. Because, like, to me, it feels like the play for him to do right now is to go for a Protect as he sets up Tailwind with his Noivern, right? That, to me, feels like the most worthwhile exchange for him to engage in here and now. So here's what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna call you out. Actually, no. Actually, yes. I'm gonna try to taunt you. Yep. I'm gonna be able to actually catch him on his play, which is pretty sick. As my instinct, I think, is going to come out unless I chose the wrong turns, chose the wrong moves, which I did not. It certainly doesn't feel like I went for that here and now. As you're gonna go for an Air Slash, you're gonna be able to pick off my Lady Kubu, which is unfortunate. However, I think he still wins. Which is so crazy. No, why? Why you gotta always win, Wolf? WDL, Wolf draft losses. No, that didn't work, bro. Just stop. Here's what I think I'm gonna need to do, right? I'm gonna try to Ironhead the Primarini, assuming, of course, I am allowed to do such a thing. Yes. All right, so this is what I will do. Actually, I'm gonna Terrasilize first of all, because what else am I supposed to do here, right? Because the Noivern cannot be allowed to survive. You went for an Air Slash, which is obviously good to know. I'm guessing your Air Slash Tailwind or whatever, right? Okay, cool. I'm gonna be able to break your Substitute, which is, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be able to take you out, which is obviously really cool. Down goes the Noivern. As right now, what did I need to do that actually? Like, Ginger Shady is gonna be able to break through, obviously, which is good. But I don't particularly think I can pull this back, chat. Because I'm not sure if Ironhead picks you off. Okay, cool. Wait, hold on a second. Ocelot is gonna be able to survive. And I believe I should be able to take one game off Wolf. Don't tell me he has another Pokemon. Okay, cool. I was about to get horrified. There was like, bruh, what's happening? No. Please don't do this to me. Regardless, I do believe I should be able to take this set home unless you have Sucker Punch or whatever have you. But we're going to be able to finally get one victory in VGC after 4 weeks of losing. That to me is honestly a big dub. And I'm glad that at the very least I can go to game 3 because I want to have a good game with my good friend Wolfe. So yes, we're going to be able to win one game. Will we be able to take the set home? I don't know. But will I try? I most certainly shall. But yes, GG's to Wolfe, yes. Right, so for the final set of this game, I obviously have great information in terms of what you are, which is, you know, really, really nice, I think. However, it certainly makes me somewhat curious on how to proceed with the rest of these sequences. Because I know your Mamoswine is Choice Scarfed. So I don't particularly think I have much to worry about then in the grand scheme of things. And it's also established that I can survive any single hit from your, you know, Arcanine, because my Whimsicott is physically defensive. So based on that, I think I like, comment, subscribe to the idea of changing up my sequences just a little bit here. And I say that through the integration of my Lady Kubu with my Dragapult T, because it is genuinely like an absolute nuke against him, and you have zero move to instantly one-shot me with, which I think is really, really good. Your Hairy Mama is Terra Dark, which is something that I need to keep in mind as well. But for the Pokemon I want to keep in the back, I do like Spooderman. In case, you know, you want to take a Trick Room mode offense or on me or whatever have you. And for the last one, you know what? Let's go with Card. I think I like that. I think I like, comment, subscribe to that. All right. Either way, this has been a really solid set, so I don't think I got much reason to be upset, really. All right, so you are going to outright lead off with your Trick Room mode, which is fine. Honestly, I think that actually kind of works out for me big time here. I genuinely think that that kind of works out for me big time here, because I can just start off by getting a Moonblast off on you. Or, yeah, because like, what's stopping me from just, you know, going for a helping hand, hands into Dragon Darts, right? I kind of really like that, to be honest. Or I do this. But can you do this? Please Terrasilize. You're probably not gonna. It would be so funny if you do, though. It would be so funny if you do, though. Oh my god. Please Terrasilize your... please Terrasilize it. Oh my gosh. I might just actually one-shot you. I might just actually one-shot you with Helping Hand boosted U-turn. Don't protect, please. Okay, Helping Hand. Helping Hand. Yes, sir. Oh my gosh. Down goes the Trevenant. There we go. I boomed him. I boomed Wolfe. Yes. So I boomed his Trick Room mode, which is obviously really, really good to start this game off with. Although I say that with the perspective of not really knowing how to proceed from here. Because to be honest, I think we would have been fine. I think like this kind of does reduce the importance of Spooderman, but I don't think it. No, wait, hold on a second. I don't think it does, because I'm still Assault Vest. So yeah, I mean, this play was gonna work out. This play worked out big time. This hard read worked out big time. All right, cool. You're gonna go for a knockoff with your hairy mama. Makes sense. As right now, how do things proceed is the question. Ideally, I would like to set up my Tailwind first, just so that I have speed control throughout the course of the game, as he's gonna bring out his Primarini. And I think that's fine, actually, because I did not Terrasilize yet. And considering the fact that I did not Terrasilize yet, that should be bad news bears for you. So I'm gonna go for a Tailwind, get some speed control in the chat here and now. As what I will do now... Actually, yeah, no, let me just get some damage off on you. I do like the idea of booming his Hariyama. If it's possible for me, of course. Okay, now that's really good damage. Really good damage. As you're gonna go for a Hyper Voice, you're gonna try to obviously boost yourself. That is fine. However, knowing that you are Assault Vest and all that sort of stuff, I do think that I should be fine in theory. Because yeah, you can go for a Seismic Toss, you can do whatever you want, my guy. But I kinda think that is irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. Actually, no. I like the idea of taunting your Primarini. That to me feels like a play that covers for almost everything. Okay, he's gonna swap out his hairy mama. But into who though is the question. Oh, okay, wait, hold on a second. This is fine, I think? Yeah, I think this is fine. Right? Because I will be able to taunt your Primarini. So you will not be able to substitute. You won't be able to do any of that shenanigans with me. And I will be able to get a clean, unprotected liquidation off again on you. Heck yeah. Alright, cool. So the 4 Pokemon that you have revealed is your Primarini. You're gonna Hyper Voice again, which it's still not gonna be able to pick off Spooderman. Let's go. You have Primarini, you have Arcanine, you have Hariyama, and your Trevenant. Wait, I think I can win this. As crazy as it is. Actually, it's not that crazy. But you know what? No. Discretion is the better part of valor, I think. Yeah, no. I should have honestly just made the play. How insanely cool would it have been though, right? How insanely cool would it have been though if I went out of my Dragapult T? Probably not as good, to be honest. Especially if we went for a Moonblast there, so I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna throw this game away like that. So, there is that. However, at this point in time, considering you are taunted and all that sort of stuff, Dragapult on the left and Kurt Angle on the right should, in theory, be able to take us this game. In theory, of course. But of course, let's see. Dragapult versus a Primarina. So I have an 81.3% chance to knock you out, which I think is pretty good odds if I do say so myself. So you know what? I am not going to sweat you. I'm going to end you. Yeah. Okay. He's gonna try to save face here by going out with his hairy mama, the gorgeous. However, unfortunately for his hairy mama, I'm not targeting you. I'm not targeting you, period. First of all, and second of all, you have already Terrastilized. You have Terrastilized your Trevenant turn 1, which I punished with Helping Hand U-turn. So, Terra Blast is gonna be able to come off. Will this knock you out is the question. I think it should. Come on, Ocelot. You're better than this. Alright, cool. He's gonna be able to straight up knock out that Primarina, clean as a whistle, as we will be able to get an entire Sacred Sword for the road, and I believe that, in theory, should be checkmate. Oh my gosh, am I beating Wolf? That's crazy, though! Holy schmoly. The Tailwind is gonna peter out, which is obviously unfortunate. But it's not going to matter in the grand scheme of things because this Arcanine is going to be his last Pokemon. And with this, you are not going to be able to lower me courtesy of Clear Body. And you're not going to lower me courtesy of my Clear Amulet. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all kinds, we are going to be able to defeat Wolfe in our final VGC draft set of the WDL. All right, Ocelot, congratulations, because you were my MVP. You came through, and with that, we are now ending the season on the most biggest possible high possible. So GG to my guy Wolfe, an amazing game through and through. Honestly, like it's crazy to see just how far things you can go when you stop caring about the semantics of winning and having to make playoffs and all these sorts of things, because I just came into this with the expectation of winning. I mean, no, not winning. I just came into this with the expectation of having a good game against someone who's been a great friend of mine for many years. And honestly, like for me personally, to him as a friend, he's someone I wanted to face since the WBE days, but that never obviously ended up happening because the set schedules did not line up. But, after all these years, 6 years, after 6 years, it finally happened. And thank you for the clap. Yeah, now you can clap, okay? It's all good, bruh. But nah, GG's to my guy. It's been a genuine pleasure to be a part of this season. I am very, very grateful to be, to have been considered as someone that has been invited to be with all these amazing content creators. And even though we didn't get the job done in the end, to those that have found out about me throughout this season and to those that have stuck around even through all these lows, I thank you all so much. Genuinely. I read every single comment and they all mean the world in terms of helping me to get exactly to, where I gotta be, But yeah, also huge shout outs and thanks go to the people that have helped me throughout the season. From Hopeless to Amo to CB Marcus to Faye to Azuri, to Mounte, and everybody else. Oh yeah, to Comic Lantern. Like all these people who have helped me throughout the season, even Frosty for one of these weeks. Like, it was very intimidating to start this because I never had any VGC experience in my life. But just now that I'm starting to understand this game through not just memorizing, but actually understanding how to do it, I'm very, very, very much starting to enjoy it. So yeah, I don't think this will be the last time I play VGC. I will try to learn, I will try to get better, and if there is another WDL season, I will hopefully be in a position to have earned the invitation. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, folks. GG's to Wolfe. I love you, my bro. Genuinely, thank you so much for being you. And yeah, have yourselves a wonderful day, and I'll see you all on the flip side. Peace.